Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel. So we are really happy today that our first video have crossed about 160 plus subscribers and about 700 plus view and still going on. We are looking forward for your support and we are really thankful to that. So today is going to be our first review video, and what we are reviewing is the facelifted 2019 Ford Ecosport Titanium. Here we are driving a diesel engine today. However, there's a petrol variant as well, which also comes with 1.5 liter engine. So what we are driving today is a 1.5 liter 4 inline cylinder diesel engine that gives you about 99 bhp and 205 newton meters of torque. Talking about the ride quality, I really feel the car is under control. It's really agile, and talking about cornering, it does listen to you, and it is really fun to drive is what I can say. But petrol, I think you would still have a little more of joy to ride, but otherwise the car does align to what you say, and the steering feels, you feel more confident when you drive this car. Right, so because it's a tall body structure and it comes with 200 millimeters of ground clearance, there's a noticeable amount of body roll, but the car itself is well contained. It's not going to throw you any surprises. The person who's going to sit in the back as well would not have any amount of problems. So I think the car itself really stands up to the mark. So here you can see the steering control, and it really has good amount of pickup. Alright, so before we go into the setup, what's inside, let's take a look at what's outside and what has really been changed in the facelifted version. So what do we have? We have a bigger grille on there, which looks absolutely beefy, and the chrome inserts really sits in there neatly. We really love it. And what's more, we've got a new projector light setup which comes with HID, and it has a beautiful DRL setup which even stands out in the daylight, and it has a bigger fog light. Okay, so what else is there? Let's look at the tires. It comes with R16 alloy wheels, and that will give us a ground clearance of 200 mm, which I think is adequate even if you're driving in a condition where the roads are not good and things like that. So I think that's brilliant. And also we're talking about the shock absorber, which is again up to the mark, and I don't see any complaints really. We've driven it in a condition where, you know, like I said, there were no proper roads and things like that, but it was still alright. We were able to manage. There are no complaints at all. So Ford has managed to retain the rear mounted spare wheel, which does really give the look of, you know, the car doesn't look like a sub 4 meter car anymore. And talk about boot space. What do we have? The boot space is 352 liters approximately, and we think it's really adequate for a family of 4. But one of the biggest disadvantages that we personally feel is the way how it opens towards the sideways. Because let's say you park your car in a tight spotted parking, and it is going to be a biggest inconvenience for you to open that door and put the luggage in there.
What is so unique about this particular car is really this, and what it is if you would like to take the spare wheel apart from your car, you really need it. This is so unique that you cannot put this in a different EcoSport and get the spare wheel out. It is because this is only suitable for this car, and what's recommended, do not lose it.
So let's talk about the AC here. It comes with automatic climate controller, and I would really say the AC has a good throw, even though it lacks the rear AC vent, but otherwise I still feel it has a good air throw. And the noise of the AC, I really don't feel it will bother you, but otherwise it still has a little amount of noise. Steering, so we've got steering mounted controls to adjust the volume of the music system, and if you want to pick up the call, if your phone is connected through Bluetooth. And also there is something right over here which I think is unique for the cars that has been produced after February 2019. Why? Because the old MID wasn't this big. It was quite smaller. It did not have all the information like this. So over here, it has improved a lot. It has a lot of information. It's quite bigger as well. So let's talk about what's there. There is trip meter, there's distance to empty, there's average speed, and there's a digital speedometer. and it also has every other options that you can think of, mostly what's required for the car. And there's analog speedometer, and there's also an RPM meter, there's temperature gauge, and there's a fuel gauge as well. So on top of it, we've got 8-inch infotainment system, which we feel is absolutely doing its best. Even the music audio quality is really good, and just that the Ford Sync 3 is not there, which is really a big disappointment. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 4+2 speaker system, and we have the central locking lock and unlock switch, and it comes with the one touch down and one touch up just for the driver's side window, and it comes with all the other features whatever was there in the previous version as well. But what's so different is the look and feel. We really feel that this has come out really well comparing with the older version of Ford Ecosport. So I think this stands out. So talking about the seat comfort, I really feel it has a good lumbar support, and there's a good amount of thigh support as well. If you're going for a long drive, it will not tire you right away. You can still, drive for about 10 hours, and yeah, it should still be alright. And I'm about 5'10", and the seat comfort here, I feel it's really adequate. And anybody who's above that would not also have a problem, but because it has enough headroom as well. So that is good. But there could be some amount of hiccups when it comes to the rear legroom. Let's talk about that. So talking about the rear seat comfort, I haven't adjusted the driver's seat, so it is in the same position, and I think I can manage, but anybody who is taller than me could have some problem with it. And about the thigh support, I still feel it has good enough thigh support, and I have no complaints about it. However, talking about 3 people sitting at the back, I feel the person who's going to sit in the middle will have a problem, and that is because of the hump which is right over there. It is definitely not smooth, and the person who's sitting in the middle will face a lot of discomfort. Right, so now that we have talked about what's there in the car and what does it have and the cosmetics, let's compare it with other cars in the same segment. Let's talk about Tata Nexon or Brezza. I would say this has got an amazing handling, and it has the best drive quality. And also, if you're going for a long drive, I would prefer this car over any other car. And also, talking about the price point of it, I would say it's a perfect compact SUV which comes with a lot of features, and it's a value for money product. So this is a thumbs up. That's it for today. We are obviously making the same video in Tamil, and that will reach you guys very soon. Until then, signing off for today, and like, comment and share, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Have a nice day, folks.